Today I'll be showing you how I made my makeup for Gaster from Undertale. So I'm actually going to start off this makeup tutorial with my bald cap already on and my eyebrows glued. If you want to learn how to do that, you can look in the description for reference videos. Instead of painting all white first, I decided to try drawing in reference lines with black eyeliner. All of my makeup tutorials are rather spontaneous, so you'll be learning with me. For this part, I decided to try using liquid latex to try to create definition around the cracks in Gaster's face. I later determined that this wasn't really necessary because you couldn't see much of a difference. On another note, liquid latex works best in layers, but it takes a while to dry. It's also pretty stinky, especially when it's drying, so it's probably best not to put it anywhere near your nose. I decided to take this makeup a step further by using nose and scar wax to create definition around Gaster's upper eyelids. Nose and scar wax is very hard to work with, and it loves to stick to anything that's dry. With this in mind, I'd suggest wetting your hands and sculpting tool to avoid accidentally pulling the wax off the surface that you're trying to cover. Also, the wax does not like staying on any moving surfaces as it doesn't like to bend with your skin, so putting it somewhere around your mouth would be rather tricky. Once the wax has been molded to how you want it, you can seal the wax and its outer perimeter in place by using layers of liquid latex. The latex will keep the wax in place in case of any movement. As you branch away from the wax, create thinner layers of latex so that the seams become harder to spot. In previous makeup tutorials, I mentioned how applying the RubyRed Facepaint close to my eyes caused some irritation, so this time I'm applying a regular black cream eyeliner around my eyes to see if it will solve the problem, in which it did. So yay! Now that all the definitions have been set in place, it's time to start filling in the borders with white face paint. RubyRed doesn't do a very good job with the first application, so you'll have to apply several layers to get it good. While the white is drying, I'll begin to shade in the cracks in the eye areas in black RubyRed Facepaint. Because I didn't originally have the white on top of my skin before applying the black, the paint applied rather opaque on my skin for the first layer, so drawing in borders ahead of time is a plus. Now it's time to add another layer of white now that it's been given a while to dry. Because my top lip is white and my bottom lip is black, there is a chance for the colors to smudge. So to keep that from happening, I'm applying Mehron colorless setting powder around my lip area to set the face paint in place. It's time to add definition with shadows using black matte eyeshadow. I'm going to add shading around Gaster's inner eyelids to create a sunken look and around the crease in the top of his eyelids to make his expression more pronounced. When shading around the cracks and lips, I'm leaving a gap of white in between the black face paint and the eyeshadow to give the illusion that the cracks are bending outwards and thus catching more light. If you wanted to make it look like the cracks were gradually sloping into Gaster's head, you'd do the opposite and apply an eyeshadow gradient emerging from the black face paint instead. The less gradient the border between the black face paint and the eyeshadow, the more pronounced the edges become. Now that all the shadows have been placed, I'm going to go back and redefine any sharp edges with black cream eyeliner. And there you go! Thank you for watching my tutorial. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Undertale cosplay and webcomic content.